tonight.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Hurts sets up to throw it. There's Chris Olave. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot. Downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. This time it's Hillman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that. What they just did on that play.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard, and he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now left side on the swing pass. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. On the move to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless 1st quarter. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Niners are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion. And I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Hurts fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Offensively lucky. They're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up second down. No, third down. Back to throw again.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push them.
He's got a man, complete.
Down the left sideline. Touchdown, 49ers.
A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the 49ers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So, all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights. Apparently get right back to the action here in the third. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Jackson now to return.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 23 yards the pickup there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he is going to have a Niners first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the give, here comes Jackson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Right back to him on first down. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Niners are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
80 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there with now 3 week 1 touchdowns.
And the 49ers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Byron Young,
the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Goes right back to Smith again.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And the Eagles have recovered. They're quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Looking to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on 1st and goal.
Second down. Here's Hurts.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
2 straight sacks have him backed up now for a 3rd and goal.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Jackson now to return.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
It has been quite a display here in the opening game of the new season. And really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield.
Hurts fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And that's caught inside the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. That is caught at the 7. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.